Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Anel. Today I'm going to share with you a challenge that I recently did. I'm sure you've seen this challenge all over the place. It's a 75 hard. Well, this is my version of the 75 hard. 75 hard is a challenge that was invented by some entrepreneur. I do not know his name. I will have to leave a link below so you guys can check it out. I read an article on Forbes. 75 hard is not a fitness challenge, but a transformative mental toughness program. And that is exactly how I took it. I took 75 hard and took it as more of a mental change than a physical change. So a few months ago, I did the 75 hard, the actual 75 hard, and let me tell you the rules. Let me tell you the rules for the 75 hard. I have it right here. 1, you follow a diet, any diet, but a diet must be a structured eating plan with a goal of physical improvement. No alcohol or meals outside of your chosen diet are allowed. I will post it as well so you guys can read along in case you can't understand what I'm saying. You want to complete 2 workouts. One of the workouts has to be outside and one could be anywhere. You could do 2 outside, that's fine. Better for you. But there have to be 2 45-minute workouts in the same day. You want to take a progress picture every single day. And you want to drink 1 gallon of water daily and read 10 pages of a nonfiction book daily. So I took this challenge on, I believe it was in November or December, and I did it for exactly 30 days. And I learned so much from this challenge. It was really great, and some things were not so great. So let me just go down the whole list of things that I did and did not like from the challenge. So from all the rules, there are a whole 5 rules. The first one is following a diet, and I think that is amazing. You don't have to generally label your diet as in like a keto, a certain diet, but you want to follow a certain eating plan. So whether that be just to eat all whole foods and eliminate junk, that is a great thing to do. So that is exactly what I did for that month. I followed a whole foods eating plan, did gluten-free and dairy-free because that is what my husband eats, so it's just a lot easier in general. So pretty much I'm going to go over the 5 rules and what I did not like from the 5 rules. So from the 5 rules, I really enjoyed the following a plan. I think that is a must for everyone in general, whether that be like what I did something more, just eat whole foods. It wasn't a typical diet necessarily. I eliminated certain things, yes, and eliminated the junk. I eliminated gluten and dairy, and that is just because it's easier for us in our household because my husband eats that way. So I was like, you know what, why not? But I'm not against dairy. I am against junk food. I mean, I like it, not gonna lie. I enjoy it, but I know it's not good for me. So for the challenge, I did eliminate all processed food, all junk food, and all things of that sort. I stuck to just mainly whole foods, things that grow on earth, animals that graze the grass, things of that sort. So I really enjoyed that. The complete 2 45-minute workouts, 1 indoor, 1 outdoor. I don't think that's a lifestyle for everybody. I really don't think that's attainable for everyone's lifestyle. I am a mother of 2 and I am very busy. So I noticed if I did not complete my workout, at least one of my workouts, which was the one I would go to the gym in the morning, if I did not wake up at 4, even 5 in the morning, I wasn't getting the workout done because I have to be out the door, take both of my kids to school by 7:30 a.m. So I realized that if I don't do it then, it's not going to happen. When my kids get out of school, all my attention goes to them. So it's easy to do like an outdoor workout. So that wasn't hard because I either go biking, go on a walk. Pretty much the 2 45-minute workouts were not attainable for me. I think 1 45-minute workout is more than enough for my lifestyle. But I do enjoy if I can get more. The pressure I felt the days I did not get the second 45-minute workout, I was so stressed at the end of the night, like, oh my gosh, I need to go run, I need to go walk, I need to go to the gym, I need to do something to get it in. And it just wasn't sustainable for me. And the next thing was the progress picture. I personally am not one that likes to take pictures. I've always struggled with that. And I feel like me taking a picture every day just doesn't do me any good because you can't really see slight progress. You will. So I didn't like that. I think it's better to take, if you want to do progress pictures, that's amazing. But I prefer doing them like once a week, once a month, something of that sort, so I can actually see it change. I think for my own mental health, I prefer not to take one every single day. So I didn't like that part of it. And then drinking 1 gallon of water every day, that is just not for me. I cannot do a gallon of water. It was so hard. I was carrying around, oh my gosh, I have it right here. I was carrying around this big old jug. It was just like, no. Because if I carry it with me, I will drink it. But it was just uncomfortable. Like I was full. I had to pee so often. It was just very uncomfortable. I had to wake up and pee at night. I don't feel like I need a gallon of water every day for my body. I'm 5'2". I don't think I need that much water. I'm sure not everybody needs a gallon of water. We're all different body weights and heights. And I feel like if I have enough electrolytes, I just don't need that much water in general. Like water is great, but I'm not going to force myself to drink a whole gallon. So that just wasn't sustainable for me as well. And then reading 10 pages of nonfiction every day. I know how people are probably going to attack me for this one, but because I know how beneficial reading is. I truly understand and I enjoy reading, but I really struggled with this one. It is so hard for me to just sit down and make time to sit down and read. Although like it's something I should work on, I don't enjoy making the time for it. So I noticed if I didn't do my reading in the morning, at night I was dragging to read those 10 pages and I would fall asleep reading. I would read and just it's not staying, you know, it wasn't sticking because I wasn't paying attention. So that was very hard for me as well. And it wasn't enjoyable because I just truly have a hard time reading. And I love to learn. I really do. I really enjoy learning. But I don't know, just sitting down and reading is just not for me at the moment. Something I'm working on. So from all those things I learned in that challenge, it was amazing. I learned what I liked and what I didn't like and how a challenge can really help me out and really get me further ahead. So the reason why I took on this challenge, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for 75 days, but I want to do things that I want to do because I want to do things that are going to help me maintain a habit. They say it takes 21 days to start a habit, and I can see how that would work. I think it's true. I really do think so. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to tweak it to things that I truly want in my everyday lifestyle. Things that even if my days are so busy and hectic, how can I fit them in? And those are the things I tweaked out. So my new list, my new rules for myself were, I had a few more. I had 8. Number 1, cold plunge. I had been implementing cold plunges for some time now. And there were days that I just wouldn't go in because it was hard. So let's be real. I just wouldn't go in because it was hard. It's really cold early in the morning. And I just wouldn't go in. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. So I was like, no, I'm going to do them every single day because I know they're good for me and they start me off in a great slate, in a great mood. Number 2, lemon water. Instead of a gallon of water, what I personally find beneficial is what like the Ayurveda practice does, is warm lemon water in the morning. And to my lemon water, I add some pink salt, some Himalayan salt, and I add apple cider vinegar to it as well. And I know this helps me because I truly do go to the bathroom when I drink it, and they say it's good for detox as well. So that was my second requirement. Number 3, gratitude journal. Let me bring it out because I have it right here. So I purchased one of these journals that everyone has on Instagram and YouTube and stuff, and I was like, you know what, I really do love the feeling of being grateful. Let's start a gratitude practice. So I purchased one of these gratitude journals. And number 4, meditate. So meditate for me is something I love. I dabble in and out of it. But if it is one of those things that if I am not intentional about it, I won't do it. I have to sit and make time to meditate. And throughout the 75 hard, I will explain to you how I made it work for me. So my 5th rule was a 45-minute intentional movement. So I called it intentional movement because it could be walking, it could be running, it could be biking, it could be gym, anything that gets my body moving. And I'm telling myself, okay, this is my time. I'm setting it off to the side for myself to work out. So that's what I call intentional movement. Not like, oh, I'm walking around the house cleaning and that's my workout. No, it was like me setting time just for that. So my next one was calorie tracking. So calorie tracking, because I've been eating whole foods for a while, and my problem is not the whole foods. My problem is overeating. I eat too much. I eat big portions. I eat like, I would say like a bodybuilder, because I'll track my calories sometimes. I'm like, whoa, that was 4,000 calories. I'm trying to lose weight, not bulk up. So yeah, I have a big problem with overeating. So that was one of them. My 16-hour fast. I love fasting. I love how it makes me feel, and I wanted to include that into my challenge as well, just so I was more consistent with it, and I made a routine with my eating. And it's another Ayurveda practice to have a certain eating with the circadian rhythm. So I had certain times I would start my eating window, and certain times I would close my eating window. And my last rule, rule number 8, is audiobooks, because I truly, 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 truly love audiobooks. I love to learn. I love to listen to different things. and audiobooks was on my list because it's something I can implement anywhere on the go, at the gym, while I'm driving, while I'm getting ready, while I'm cleaning, whatever I'm running. I love to listen to it when I'm running. So those are my 8 rules and the reason why I decided to start. So the biggest challenges that I faced through this challenge were a few, but one of the main ones were if I didn't get things done early in the morning, I just simply would not do it. I will put it off. And what is that called? Procrastination. Yes, I would put it off like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Later comes and I still don't do it. Or later comes and it's so much harder. It takes so much more willpower to do it. So honestly, get anything and everything done early in the morning if you can. So for me, that was my cold plunge early in the morning, because a cold plunge does not feel good. It's cold. Like, it's not pleasant. But once you're in there, it is pleasant. It does feel good. Once you get out, you feel so accomplished. You feel so good. And that is the whole thing of a cold plunge. Once you get out of it, early in the morning, it really starts your day, because you're like, dang, I did that. And so early on in the day, like, I had a victory early in the morning, so I'm going to take on my day. So things like that. My working out, I do really prefer doing my gym kind of workout in the morning as well, before I have to tackle my kids and things of that. So, and for that, it meant me waking up early. So it meant me waking up like 4:35 in the morning. And I had to tweak a lot of different things. Like, for me to wake up early, I had to make sure I want to sleep early. To be able to wake up early is not being so adamant about the time you wake up. It's what time do you go to sleep. It's being very strict on your sleeping schedule. So I had to learn that as well. Like, be really strict, get my kids to sleep earlier so I could sleep earlier. Because if they're awake, I'm going to have to be awake. So I learned a lot through this challenge with the new things I implemented. Kind of like the 75 hard, there's things I didn't like. Same thing with this. So I learned to tweak things. So the gratitude journal I purchased, I realized I honestly didn't care. Like, I do love what it says, the prompts. Like, let me show you some of the prompts. And I did use it, as you can see. It had little quotes up top to get your day started. Like, success is a science. If you have the conditions, you'll get the result, by Oscar Wilde. So you start off in this journal, actually. You start off with 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things that would make today great, some daily affirmations, and then you reflect in the afternoon, today's act of kindness, and how could I have made today better. So it is nice, but I realized that it just wasn't practical. If I did not come and write first thing in the morning, like as soon as I woke up, wrote on here, I would forget to do it, or not even forget to do it. I just wouldn't want to do it. Like, I would sit on my counter, I'm like, nah, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. So instead, I learned to tweak things that work for me. I love being grateful and saying things that I am grateful for, but this not so much. The way I do it instead, what really brings me joy, what makes me feel good, and what comes easy, is before I meditate, I have my notes on my phone, and I just pour out everything that is on my mind. Everything. And I always start off with, thank you, God, I am grateful for, and I list things that I'm grateful for, as small as you can imagine. I always start off with, like, I'm grateful for this time that I get to meditate. I'm grateful for the opportunity to take my kids to school. I am grateful for the food I have on my table. Like, everything, I make a big list of things that I'm grateful for. And then I pour everything on my mind, just everything that is kind of bothering me. It's been on my mind, not even bothering me, just literally anything on my mind. Let it out and write it down as a big note. Sometimes my notes are super long, sometimes just smaller. And then I write what my goal for the day is. And I noticed when I was like writing too many goals, too many to-do lists, just wasn't working for me either. So I just write one goal. What's one goal I have for today? Whatever that one goal is, that will make you feel productive, that'll make you feel good, make you like you achieved something at the end of the day. So I write my one goal. And then I write at the end, thank you. I love you. I love me. I love life. Something so simple like that. And that just really sets me up, and it helps me, and it makes me feel the whole gratitude. And then I go into my meditation. So I found ways to tweak it. Like I said, this didn't quite work for me. I prefer a journal with nothing now, which is what I was using before, just a blank sheet, which is like what I do on my phone. It's just a blank sheet and I'm just like word vomit. Another question that someone might have is, how did I stay motivated for 75 days? And let me tell you, not every day you're motivated, but you have to develop a routine. So you know how your day goes every single day, whether you have a job, whether you don't, whatever it is, you know how your day goes day by day. So you have to figure out how to make your things work, plug them in your day where you know you have gaps, where you know you can change things around. You have to plug it in, not on the day that's like perfect to you. Just think of like a hectic day for you. Think a day you're really busy. How are you going to make this work? And if you can make it work on a hectic day like that, you can make these habits stick for the long run. So that's just kind of how I made it work. For example, I knew I had to do a 45-minute intentional workout. What I started doing is walking my son to school. I woke up a little earlier, got him dressed a little earlier. I made sure to put him to sleep a little earlier, and I would walk him to school. The walk to school was a 25-minute walk there, 25-minute walk back. That was my 45 minutes of intentional movement. So I got it done so early on in the day, and that's because I changed routines and changed habits. And I did that for all the 75 days, and it was amazing. There were probably like 1 or 2 days that the weather was just not having it, that we ended up driving, but pretty much every single day we did that. So what were the most significant benefits from this challenge? Since I didn't do this for weight loss, I mean, I was expecting to have some kind of weight loss, but that did not happen. I didn't track my weight from the beginning, so I wasn't serious about it. So I didn't track my weight at the end. I couldn't tell you I lost weight because I feel like I look the same. If anything, probably gained some weight. I'm not sure about that. But I can definitely attest the fact that I have new habits that I never thought I would have. Like me waking up early in the morning. It was really hard for me, especially, coming from taking care of my daughter, breastfeeding her, being up late at night. It was really hard for me to wake up early in the morning because I would stay up late at night. So that's one big change, the waking up early, the having my lemon water, like automatically I wake up and I already know I'm gonna have to go make my lemon water. I had my salt, my apple cider vinegar, heat it up for a little bit. That is a must. That is a non-negotiable. Me doing my cold plunge, non-negotiable. I do that as well. Now I tweak that as well to where ever since the challenge stopped, I do not do it in I'm cycle syncing, so anyone that knows about that, I don't do it like my luteal phase, my period phase. So now I will only be doing the cold plunges 2 weeks out of the month pretty much. It's my other 2 cycle weeks. So I'll let you know with that if you guys want to know more about that. Another habit that I developed ever since was with the audiobook. Now when I go to the gym, I do not listen to music. I simply listen to audiobooks, audio tapes, audiobooks, whatever you want to call it. But my favorite is the Tony Robbins. I'll listen to podcasts. I'll listen to different things of that sort, but it's something educational. I want to learn. Like, I do not have enough time to learn all the things I want to learn. If I go on a run, oh my gosh, I love listening to audiobooks. I feel like I'm soaking it all in. So pretty much I don't listen to music other than at the house if I want to dance around a little bit. But I really stopped that music part because I just want to soak it all in. So I have my little routine. If I do go to the gym, I do my cold plunge at home, go straight to the gym, get into the sauna. And in the sauna, I will do my journaling real quick, and then I'll get into my meditation for about 15 minutes. And I get to do all that in within a small amount of time. So it's amazing. I get my cold therapy, my heat therapy, and I feel like as a family as well, we have developed just being more active. We were already pretty active before, but the whole walking my son to school and walking to my in-laws' house, walking to the stores here in town, we might look a little crazy because people don't walk around just to walk around, but it's okay. So we'll walk around to everywhere. It's a wagon, whether it's my son using his scooter, we're using a bike, and I have my little daughter in the back. My son just learned how to ride his bike. He is 4 now. Even though there are not a lot of parks here nearby, we are intentional about walking to places. And I did have a few setbacks. Like I said, with my journaling, it just didn't go so great. There were so many days I missed, but I learned a lot from that. It was a learning experience. Also from my eating, there were a lot of days I realized that if I did not plan, if I did not truly like plan, what am I gonna eat this week? What am I gonna eat this week? And actually plan it out, prepare the food, it was really hard for me to stay on track. I was overeating. I was just kind of eating everything compulsively, just make a big batch of pasta and just eat that. Although it was within my diet recommendations because it's gluten-free pasta, it wasn't planned, and it didn't feel as good that when it wasn't planned. So you want to plan ahead for sure. Whether take 10 minutes out of a day to prepare, it really makes a big difference. For you, this is advice for you. If you were thinking about doing a challenge, think of things that you would want in your everyday lifestyle. Like, what is something you really want to have in your life? A habit that you would really want to stick with. Not something like, a gallon a day. Like, do you really want to drink a gallon of water? You might know that there are a lot of health benefits, but just really think about it. Does it fit your lifestyle? Do you see it in your everyday? Like, truly close your eyes and visualize, like, how is my everyday? What are some things I would like to do? Would you like to go to the gym? Would you like to eat more simpler meals, like simple chicken and rice meals? Just really visualize it. And those are the habits that you should write out. Those are the habits that you should make a challenge to yourself to try to stick with. Because it is true, if you do it for so long, it does become a habit. If you go off of it for so long, it is so hard to come back as well. So think about that. Say you eat bad one day, you were doing a certain diet and you eat bad 1 or 2 days. You can't say like, oh, screw it all, throw in the towel, all or nothing. No. Get right back to it, honey. Get right back to it. Because it is so much harder. And like, why would you dig yourself deeper in a hole? Like, no. Climb back out before it gets worse, you know? Book it in your day. So book it in your day. That is something too that I really had to do. Like, you know, I have a husband, I have 2 kids. So I had to tell him like, okay, at this time, I am going to the gym. Count me out if you need me for something. No, I'm done. Like, this time, I am not going to be here. Don't count on me. Or at this time, I will be doing such and such. Or 10 minutes while I go do such and such, you know, while I go do my cold plunge. So really book it in your day. Make it a thing. Make it intentional. Be intentional. And having a buddy, a partner, a honey, anyone with you, it really does make it easier. It makes it easier because you have someone you can count on. You have someone you can talk to. You have someone you might be able to work out with. You might be able to share even meals with. Certain things like that. So it does make it easier. So if you do have someone or know someone that might be interested in doing a challenge with you, hey, ask them. Why not? You know, you can both benefit from it. Do not try to add too many new habits at once. That's just too much. Your body does not need all of that. It's just too much for your brain going on. Do 1 or 2 things at a time. If you've never worked out a day in your life and never eat healthy, you eat out all the time, and you never wake up early, don't try to go to the gym, eat healthy, wake up early right off the bat. 1 thing at a time. Start it with maybe going on a walk first, and then slowly start going to the gym once a week, and then twice a week, you know. Start cutting junk food twice a week, then 3 times a week. So slowly, the slow habits are the ones that stick. The slow changes are the ones that really stick. Because if you do it cold turkey, it is a lot harder. Your body will be like, whoa. I don't like this. I do not like this. Let's go back to what we're used to. And you usually do go back to what you're used to. It's really hard to resist that. So that was my take on the 75 soft, the 75 make my own rules. I still think they were very challenging because a lot of these were new habits for me. And I really did learn a lot for myself, and I learned things that I do enjoy, and it helped me really stick with habits that I use now. I really, truly do use now. So since that challenge finished, you know, like my non-negotiables, I already know, like that they don't have to be part of my challenge anymore. I do them every day, my lemon water, my gym, cold plunge, I meditate, my 16-hour fast. I already know how to do that. I do that on a daily now. You know, that's just me. It's my persona now. But what I did struggle with was my eating. Since I didn't make it a challenge to lose the weight, now I made myself a challenge for this next month to lose the weight. And I found what diet works for me. I made a video about it, which is the keto 2 meals a day. It really does work for me, but I am not consistent with it. Like for my 75 soft, I didn't do keto. I did whole foods. And for me, that doesn't really work with weight loss because I overeat the rice, so overeat the carbs, and the carbs increasing my insulin is just not good for me personally. So I made a challenge for myself for the next month to do the keto 2 meals a day and more fasting. And I did take a before picture and I did weigh myself. So I do have my starting weight. And yeah, so that's another follow-up video that we'll have this month coming up, and we'll see how that goes. My new weight loss journey. And hope you learned something from this. I really hope you guys do try it out. Some kind of challenge because they are fun. They really are. And if you have any questions, comments, please let me know. If I missed anything, let me know as well because I might be rambling all over the place. Stay tuned for that new video of my weight loss journey. Take care.